Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm putting some makeup on my face. I'm going to use the Bare Minerals Aurora Lights palette. So this is an 18 shade Gen Nude eyeshadow palette. I picked this up from Mecca for 70 Australian dollars. I have used this once and I've swatched the whole palette to check out the colours, and I think when I first saw this I was quite surprised by its size. It is I was gonna say it's quite small for Bare Minerals, but that's not true because Bare Minerals have had, you know, small palettes, small pans in their palettes. I think I just expected these to be a bit bigger than they are. You can see they're quite small. Hang on, let me get something to compare. So I was kind of expecting it to be somewhere along the lines of the Bare Sensuals palette size. So you can see, you know, they're different sizes. But the eyeshadows in this palette aren't that much bigger, I don't think. Although the weight in this one is 1.2 grams per pan and this one is 0.4. So these are really small eyeshadows. I think they're just smaller than I expected. I don't know why. That's all I needed to say. They're smaller than I expected them to be. So this is going to be the main product that I focus on today. I want to use the blues and the greens down this end. So I want to use these two shades. This is like a really, really dark foresty green shade. And I'll probably use this brown as a transition. So let's start. This is the Bobbi Brown Instant Full Cover Concealer. I'm trying to pan this, so I've been using it as an eyeshadow base recently. I'm going to start with the shade Wavelength. I'm using a Komanofude Select Shop blending brush. I'm going to take the shade Force Field, put it in the outer corner using a Hakuhodo 146 from the S range. I haven't used this shade yet, so I'm very curious to see what the pigmentation is like. Don't let me down! Look, I gotta say, I'm not mad at that. That's, it's actually better than I expected it to be. I did expect it to be nice because I know Bare Minerals eyeshadows and they're always nice, but that is even better than I thought it would be pigmentation wise. It's not going on patchy, it's blending nicely, it's really pigmented. I'm pretty happy. Okay, I'm going to do a cut crease. I'm just taking Bobbi Brown Instant Full Cover Concealer. Stick some on my hand. I've got a Crown BK33 Oval Smudger brush. Hakuhodo J246HS, and I'm going into Dazzle, which is that gorgeous green. Hakuhodo J144H, I'm going to go into Meteor Shower, which is the blue, and I'm just going to pop that in the inner corner. Just going to take a little bit more of Force Field on the S146 brush and blend in these two shades. I've got a little bit of patchiness here and I'm hesitant to blame it on the eyeshadow because I find recently that's been an issue for me on that eye in that specific spot. So I don't know, I kind of think it might actually be me, because on this side I feel like it looks fine. And I don't know if it's like the skin on my eye there or if it's actually the bases that I'm using, specifically this. I personally don't usually like to use concealer as an eyeshadow base. I usually just go for a traditional eyeshadow primer, but when I'm trying to use something up, I'm kind of like, try and pump through it. I'm just using a Ray Morris 9.1 pencil brush to pack product on where I want it. Yeah, I don't like what's going on there at this edge. It's just not, it's not blending right, it's not sticking right, and I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of inclined to blame the concealer. I'm gonna have to play with the eyeshadow more to work out if it's the eyeshadow or if it's the concealer. I don't know. All right, I need to get a base on so I can finish these eyes. I'm gonna conceal Bobbi Brown Instant Full Cover Concealer. I made the mistake of taking the stopper out. No, it wasn't a mistake. I had to take the stopper out because it was getting hard to like get to product. But this, fuck man, this stuff is thick. It is really thick. Can you see how it's like I've swiped it over my face here and it's sitting around my pores. This stuff, you need to like full on work it into the skin. Otherwise it sits on top of it. I will be very happy when this is gone because it's not ideal. So I'm just pushing this in with a Chikuhodo GSN 05, and now I'm just patting over the top with the Ella Cosmetics Beauty Sponge. Foundation, L'Oreal Pro Glow. This is the shade 204 Natural Buff. I quite like this foundation. I don't really like the way it looks on camera, but I'm doing my makeup more for like wearing out in public, since I'm going out in public later today for Simon's birthday, and we also have an event to go to, so this is more about looking not too bad in person rather than looking good on camera. I actually do like to apply this with a brush, not typically this one. This is actually probably my least favorite natural hair makeup brush that is in the luxe category. I prefer Hakuhodo or Ray Morris, but this foundation, it gets these white dots in it if you apply it with a sponge, and it can require a lot of like buffing out. So what I like to do is sort of buff it onto my face really roughly to work those little white specks out of it, and then I go over with my sponge. I thought I'd whip out an oldie, but maybe a goodie. I haven't used this in ages. It's the Essence All About Matte powder. Mine is falling apart. Yep, there we go. I knew that was gonna happen. The lid has been like, it's been wonky for a few days now, and I was just waiting for it to fall off, and it has. Good thing I've sort of thought I will add this to the panning list. I'm using a Chikuhodo brush that I absolutely adore. This is the T2 brush to apply the powder. So I just bronzed too much for public or in-person makeup, but enough for camera makeup, with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I used the Too Faced Love Flush blush in Love Hangover. I'm gonna go back into this palette. I'm gonna take the blue and the green, and they're going along my lower lash line. I'm going to take Wavelength on an Esom S31 brush. What are you doing down there? You're crazy. When I sat down to do this look, I was kind of thinking I'd do like a negative space liner, but I really like the colors and I still want to do a liner that's a little bit interesting. So I'm actually going to go with a JD Glow liner. This is one of their multi-chrome liners in the shade Spectra. So this is like a light green to a blue. I don't know if I can really show you that. Revlon Colourstay Cream Gel Pencil in A36 Private Island. This is a gorgeous color. I've just put on some lashes. They are the Allure Solitaire Luxe lashes. Oh my god, you are making so much noise. He's laying on the ground on his back, chewing on a box that has all of my oh, now he's looking at me with his tongue sticking out. I've got a box on my floor with all of my like new holiday makeup. Come and say hello. Stop chewing the box. You make too much noise. There he is. I know you guys have been loving the kitten. I am changing his name from Odin to Destruction Dan because he is such a destroyer. I don't know how old kittens need to be before they go through their first teething stage, but I think he's going through it because he chews with a vengeance. I am covered in scratches and bite marks. Yes, get that toy. Get it! He's very cute, but he's also very strong for a little baby, and he doesn't know the limits. But all kittens go through that phase. He's just going through his now. So okay, I need to put on a lip. I'm going to start with MAC lip liner in Boldly Bare. I'm going to put on a lip color that I don't think is going to go well with this eye look, but we'll give it a go. Hourglass Confession Ultraslim lipsticks. This is a holiday, one of the holiday packs. This is a duo. Oh my god, come out. So inside you get my One Desire, which is a sort of nudish mauvey pink color. This is the one I'm going to try and wear today. I think it's going to be too pink for this, but we'll see. And the other one is At Night. This is a red. This is also a beautiful color. There we go. They say blue and green should never be seen, and personally, whenever I hear that, I tend to think something along the lines of, shut the fuck up, don't tell me what to do. I think blue and green look great together. But blue and pink or green and pink, I've always thought it looked really bad on me. And this is no exception. I think the lip and the eye clash, so I'm not going to go with this lip tonight. I will change it up, but I'm not going to fuck around with it now. What I am going to do is wrap this video up and let you guys know what I think of this palette. I love the palette. I think it's important for me to point out, if you aren't super familiar with me, if you haven't been watching me for years, can you be quiet? No, he's not going to be quiet. If you haven't been watching me for years, you may not know that my all-time favorite eyeshadow formula is Bare Minerals, so I am biased, okay? I am biased. I love this palette. I think the color selection is gorgeous. I think the finishes are beautiful. I love it. I'm in love with it. I think this is probably one of the prettiest palettes that I purchased this year. If I have to criticize it, I would say that there's not enough mattes in there. There's two here, one here, and one here. This one is a satin. You might be able to get away with wearing it as a matte, but it does have some sparkle to it. So maybe one more matte in there would have been nice. Maybe something along the lines of this shade, or like a yellowy orange to go with the gold. Something like that. But otherwise, I like it. There is also another satin here, which you probably could wear as a matte, but it's very light, so it would come up as a highlight. But otherwise, I love it. I did have the issue with a little bit of patchiness, but I'm more inclined to blame this because I've never experienced patchiness with Bare Minerals eyeshadows before. However, I've never used a dark foresty green matte eyeshadow from Bare Minerals before, so I need to play with it more before I actually know how that performs. I need to use a normal eyeshadow primer with it. Personally, I would say, I'm not even gonna like harp on about this, I would say if you like the colors in this, if you would use all of the palette or almost all of the palette and you're like, oh, is it good quality, will I like it? The answer is yes. Go buy it if you can afford it and you want it. I love it. I'm so excited to play more with it. I just Bare Minerals, their eyeshadows never ever let me down. They are just, oh, they're so good. And I'm sitting here thinking I can't wait until next year to see what they bring out because I love it. I fucking love it. I love it. What can I say? All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. If you've picked up the Aurora Lights palette from Bare Minerals, let me know what you think of it down in the comments section. What are your favorite shades? Have you managed to use everything in the palette yet? I have not. I have been using the Huda New Nude to like try that out properly and get a feel for it. But this is next on the list. This is the new baby that I will be wearing every day. I am so excited to, oh my god, I just excitement burped. I am so excited to dig into this more. I really want to use this one, Louder, this gold shade. It looks, it's so pretty, so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go because I've got some other what was that? I'm gonna go because I've got some other stuff to film. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.